Well, it's fall, so you say, surely the real estate market must be slowing. No, it's not, and I'd thank you to not call me Shirley. Welcome to your October market update.
And now, your Seattle real estate market update with Aaron Janus.
Okay, to begin with, as always, let's start with some numbers. The first numbers we'd like to take a look at are median sales price. And here in the city of Seattle, our median sales price is $760,000, which is up 11% year over year. If we look at the east side communities, we're at $915,000 median sales price, which is up 10.2% year over year. And if we look at King County as a whole, our median sales price is $698,230, which is up 17.6% year over year. The next thing we like to take a look at is inventory. If we look at the city of Seattle, we're up 8% year over year, and pending sales are up 38% year over year. It's a 1.7 months supply of inventory. If we look at the east side, we're down 43% year over year in terms of inventory, while pending sales are up 40% year over year. It's 0.89 months of inventory, so we're talking a few weeks of inventory. If we look at King County as a whole, we're down 27% year over year, and pending sales are up 41% from last year. That's 1.1 months worth of inventory. All right, the next thing we like to take a look at are mortgage rates. And according to our friends over at Freddie Mac, the 30-year fixed rate average, which ticked up this past week, is still 2.87% for the week ending October 8th. And this is down 0.7% from the same time last year when rates were at 3.57%. Rates last month were 2.86, so basically no change from last month. They're staying at historically low levels. According to Freddie Mac, they say, quote, the year-long slide in mortgage rates seem to be ending as rates have flattened over the last month and the economic rebound has slowed. But with near record low rates, buyer demand is robust with strong first-time buyers coming into the market. The next thing that we like to take a look at are the week-by-week stats that are put out by the Northwest Multiple Listing Service. The Northwest MLS covers about 2/3 of the state of Washington, so the data that we're going to look at now covers more than just the Seattle metro area. So let's dig into that. We'll start here with new listings, and this covers all residential and condominium listings. And again, this is 2/3 of the state of Washington. If you look at this year over year, the last 11 weeks, we have bested last year's new listings week by week by week. There's not one week on here that we are down or frankly even that close to where we were last year. So there's significantly more listing activity this year than there was last. A couple of interesting points here. This is through, the end of summer into the beginning of fall. And last year, for example, that the week 41, that week of October 7th last year, there were 1,939 new listings, while this year there was 2,455. And that's a pretty substantial increase, and that's pretty consistent with the previous 11 weeks, as you can see here. Now, if we look at pending listings, now, these aren't sold. These are homes that have gone under contract. We tend not to dig into solds per se because that's a lagging indicator. But the same story here. Each one of the last 11 weeks, we are far and away above where we were last year at the same time. The week ending October 11th, you see, last year we were at 1,749 sales, homes that went under contract. This year, 2,451. And you can see at various times, like around Labor Day weekend this year, last year, 1,686 homes went pending during that time. This year, 2,628. That was 55% increase. And you can see that has happened a couple times during these last 11 weeks. So again, what does this mean if you're a seller? It is still a fantastic time to sell, even though historically when we come into October and in towards the holidays, activity tends to slow down. It doesn't seem like that's happening just yet. Now, I would anticipate that as we get farther into fall that things will slow down. However, we don't know. There's still a lot of buyer activity out there right now as we film this. And if you're thinking about selling and don't want to wait until spring, this may be a great time. Typically if we talk to folks around the holiday season that are wanting to sell, we actually suggest that they may consider waiting until spring if they have that ability. But this year, that may not be necessary. Now, if you're a buyer, we talked about interest rates. Your purchasing power is better now than it has been ever. So now is a good time. Yes, prices are up for sure. Inventory is lower than what we would like to see in a balanced market, but there are still plenty of opportunities out there. Of course, your situation is as unique as you are. And so we would love to chat with you about that, whether you're looking to buy or sell, invest, need help with property management. We are here as a resource for you. Happy to answer any questions you have about your particular home, what's happening in your neighborhood. Just let us know. As always, thank you so much for joining us on this market update. Please make sure you're following us so you can stay tuned for next month when we talk about what's happening in the Seattle real estate market. Thanks so much. Take care.
House goals realized. JanusGroup at RE/MAX Integrity.
It's a tooth.